Hi everyone, it's Anne here from annshappystampers.co.uk and welcome to another Focus Friday. Now today I'm going to talk you through and show you how you can make a box which is made for your specific item, the specific project that you want to do, because I get a lot of emails, a lot of messages and stuff of people asking, how, say they wanted to make a box for this, an ink pad, how would they do it, because a lot of people don't know. I mean, it took me a while to learn it as well, but obviously I know it all now. So I didn't want to do anything too hard, so I've just got a basic 4x4 card, and I want to make a box which holds a few of these and some envelopes. Okay, so how would I do that? Well, I know my card is 4x4. Okay, now to be on the safe side, I need to add on a little bit to allow for a bit of room in the cards, in the envelopes, because they're always a bit bigger. So I would say I want to make my box 4¼ by 4¼ okay, and then I want to have a few in with a few envelopes, so I want to make my box about 1½ inches tall. Okay, and this is the base that we're concentrating on. So how would I do that? Well, what I do is I know that I want my box to be 4¼ by 4¼ by 1½ inches tall. Okay, so what I need to do is basically that 1½ that we're going to add on, we're going to add it on all four. We need, in effect, to have it 1½ inches all the way around. So what I do is the 1½ inches, I add them together. So 1½ and 1½ would be 3 inches. So I know I need to add 3 inches, just add them together, the top and the bottom, add them together, the two sides, add them together, and that's 3. Okay, because you've got two sides, you work out your measurement in two sides, don't you, like 4¼ by 4¼ so I put the measurements into 2 as well, so I need to add 3 onto there and 3 onto there, so that works out at 7¼ so my card for my base needs to measure 7¼ by 7¼ okay, I hope you can understand that. And I need to score it at 1½ because that's how tall I want it, and that would be obviously on all 4 sides. So I hope that makes sense. So let's take I've cut my card because I know it needs to measure 7¼ by 7¼ now, which is exactly what it measures. Okay, so let's take our scoreboard, and I've just dropped the stylus. Yeah, so take your scoreboard. It doesn't matter which side we put it in because it's all the same, and I've got to score it at 1½ on all 4 because I know I want my box to be 1½ inches tall. So let's score it at 1½, 1½, 1½ and 1½, and that is what you should end up with. That will be your basic base for your card box. So I think while we've done that, we'll just quickly, let's get it put together. So we're just going to fold and burnish all the lines. Okay, so I'm just gonna just cut up the score line, and I'm just going to take a little piece out of each side just to help it close better, and so little pieces are not getting stuck in the way. Okay, just turn it round. There we go. So we just need to get some adhesive on. I'm just going to use this tape pen for quickness. And we'll stick our base of our box together. Oh, it's such a miserable cold day today. I just think the weather is horrible at the moment. I really wish the summer was here. I really miss the summer. Right, so it's just a case of popping them round. Just like that. And then I'm just going to take the bone folder, just make sure they're pressed down and stuck. So there we go, we have a little base and our little card fits in. As you can see, there's enough room for quite a few cards and envelopes, and there's plenty of room to get the envelope in there because the envelope's only, you know, just a little bit bigger. So now how do we do the lid? This can be the tricky part for people getting to know how they get the lid to fit. So right, how do we explain this? Now, as I said before, our box measures. This is the important part, I find. This box, we know it's 4 1/4 inches square. Okay, we know that. Now, the best way I can tell you how to do this is, first you need to know how long you want your lid. You know, do you want your lid to go to the bottom? Do you want it to just go a little way down? So I've decided I want my lid to be 1 inch from here. I want my lid to go 1 inch down the box, so I've got a little gap at the bottom, a little space at the bottom. So my box is 4 1/4 inches square, yeah, and I want the sides to go down 1 inch. So just like what we did there, so 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 is the measurement of this box, yeah, 4 1/4 and 4 1/4, and I want my lid to be 1 inch. So like I said before, that is really 1 inch, 1, 1 and 1. So I add them two together, so 1 and 2. So I need to add 2 onto there, and then 1 and 2 onto there. So 4 1/4 add 2 is 6 1/4. So I would need to make my cardstock 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. Okay, and that's just a straightforward lid that will just go on and it will come a little way down. So that's what I need to make my cardstock. Alright, now the other little trick is to get it to fit. So I've got a piece of Whisper White here which should measure 6 1/4, and it does, 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. So I thought, just to brighten it up, let's get a stamp set here. Dragonfly Dreams. We'll mount our little dragonfly, and I've got some Peekaboo Peach here to match the card we used for the box, and I'm just going to randomly stamp the dragonfly just all around our box, just to make it look pretty. And I'm rushing it, so I'm probably missing bits of the stamp, but hey, I just really want to show you how to do the box. But I think this is actually a really nice colour. I think I need to use this a bit more. So many nice colours though, everything's so pretty. Maybe it's a little bit there, and right, okay, so we've just made a nice pretty little lid there. So take your scoreboard back, okay, and we want our lid to be 1 inch on all four. But to get the lid to fit perfectly, if we just slightly move it off the scoreboard by just move it to just the little notch here. I'm going to actually try and bring you down a little bit. If you can just see there, I've got it on the side, just slightly move it about that much, okay? So it's just on this little line, alright? And then do that before you score it. So 1 inch, turn it round, move it again, 1 inch, turn it and move it, 1 inch, and last time move it again and score at 1. So that's what you should end up with now, okay? You can see all our lines, and the battery on the camera's flashing, so I just hope it lasts for the rest of this video. So let's just quickly fold and burnish, and with a bit of luck our lid should fit perfectly, really. Okay, so again we're just gonna snip away the little sides of our box, and then I think what I'll probably do next week is show you how to do a reinforced box, because like I say, I didn't want to do anything too complicated. I mean, it's not that they're complicated, they're really easy once you get to know how to do them, but that's the thing, you just need to know how to work it out. But like I say, I was exactly the same when I first started this, you know, just over a year ago. I didn't know how to make my own boxes, you know, the amount of card and paper that went in the bin, and you know, I used to get really worked up about it because I just couldn't do it. But you know, I've just sat and taught myself really, and I can now. So again, just fold up the sides. I mean, you know, I'm not perfect, I make mistakes, we all make mistakes, but I really think the best way to learn is to just, you know, get yourself some cheap card and just sit down and just work away at it, and you will, you know, before long you'll be able to make anything really, because that's just exactly what I did. So there we go, I've burnished the sides. Let's get our little card here, pop our card in, take our lid, and this is a first because I've never tried it, so I don't know if it fits. There we go. Now it is a bit loose, I suppose it could be a bit smaller, but if you find that, just don't move it as long off the scoreboard. Maybe I've moved it too far, because you know, I think it could be a bit tighter, but I would tie it with ribbon anyway. But if you find that it's a bit slack for you, just don't move it, you know, along the scoreboard as much as I did. Just move it a tiny little hair along, and then you should find that, you know, it's a bit of a tighter fit. But that's basically how you do it. So I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and don't miss Sunday's tutorial, because that lovely box that I did the other day, which has been so popular, my messages and things have never stopped, and I've seen loads of people make it already, so I was really pleased with that. But it's going to be something like that, so don't miss that. And then again, I think next Friday I'll just do a way to show you how to do the reinforced boxes. Okay, so anyway, take care, thanks for watching, and bye for now.